This autistic waiter is Sam Dawson, the heart and soul of his local Starbucks. He lives every day with a contagious zest for life. One ordinary morning, everything changes. Sam gets a call from the hospital. He's about to become a father. Without missing a beat, he dashes through the bustling streets of New York, determined to be there for the biggest moment of his life. At the hospital, Sam finds Rebecca, the mother of his soon-to-arrive daughter, writhing in pain. He tries to help, but the chaos of the delivery room sweeps him aside. Moments later, the nurses place a tiny, perfect baby girl in his arms. One look, and Sam knows. He would do anything for her. A lifelong Beatles fan, Sam names his daughter Lucy Diamond Dawson, a tribute to the song that always made him dream of love and wonder. But while Sam's heart overflows with joy, Rebecca's face tells another story. Overwhelmed and distant, she watches as Sam clutches little Lucy close and rushes to catch a bus home. Then, without a word, Rebecca turns and disappears into the crowd, choosing freedom over motherhood. Sam calls after her, his voice cracking, but she's already gone. Their bond had never been real for her, and now Sam is left alone. A new father with nothing but hope, love, and a tiny miracle in his arms. Sam stands there, helpless, as the bus doors shut behind him, a newborn baby in his arms and an uncertain future ahead. Despite his challenges, Sam is determined to be the father his daughter deserves. He wakes up countless times in the middle of the night, fashioning makeshift diapers out of oversized cloth and safety pins. During the day, he braves the overwhelming aisles of Target, feeling small and lost, but determined to find diapers, formula, and everything little Lucy needs. Sam pours his heart into fatherhood, but Lucy cries endlessly, barely sleeping. The noise draws the attention of his neighbor Annie, who kindly steps in to help. She gently explains that newborns need to be fed every 2 hours. To make it easier for Sam, she suggests keeping Nickelodeon on TV, using the shows as a guide to time the feedings, and even hands him a simple schedule to follow. Fatherhood consumes Sam completely. He forgets about everything else, his routine, his comfort, even his own needs. Luckily, his close friends Brad, Robert, Joe, and Ifty rally around him, visiting often to support the exhausted father-daughter duo. They play with Lucy, laugh with Sam, and remind him that he's not alone on this journey. Days turn into weeks, and as Lucy grows bigger, Sam faces a new challenge. He can no longer take her with him to work. But no matter how hard it gets, Sam's heart stays full, because for him, every sacrifice is worth it. As life gets busier, Sam musters the courage to ask Annie to babysit Lucy. Reluctant at first, Annie tries to say no, but one look into Lucy's wide, sparkling eyes, and she's hooked. She agrees, unable to resist the little girl's innocent charm. Time flies, and Lucy grows into a smart, curious child, always full of questions. Questions that sometimes leave Sam fumbling for answers. The most difficult ones are about her mother. Sam, heartbroken, has no choice but to dodge the topic. Rebecca, who had been homeless at the time of Lucy's birth, had made it painfully clear that she never wanted a child. She only needed a roof over her head. For Sam, it's a memory he wishes he could erase for Lucy's sake. Despite everything, Lucy adores her father. She knows he's different from the other dads, and to her, that's what makes him special. Unlike other fathers who are too busy, her daddy swings with her at the park, shares silly breakfasts at IHOP every Wednesday, and reads Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss until she falls asleep giggling. Their bond is pure, joyful, and unbreakable. When it's time for Lucy to start school, Sam and his loyal group of friends, Brad, Robert, and Joe, take her out shopping for shoes. Money is tight. Sam can't cover the full bill, but his friends don't think twice. They happily chip in, seeing it not as charity, but as love for the little girl who has brought them all closer. They leave the store smiling, a cluster of colorful balloons bobbing above their heads, a small, perfect moment of triumph, stitched together by friendship, laughter, and unwavering love. Despite her age, Lucy's family situation means that she is to be the mature one. Most of the time, she cooperates with her father and does not argue with him. She requests to be taken to Bob's Big Boy for burgers instead of IHOP on Wednesday, but seeing his reluctance to change, she allows their routine to remain stable and comfortable for him. Sam is a very supportive and understanding father doing a presentation in school. He distracts the class while Lucy forgets her speech. However, seeing that all parents are not as supportive as him, he tells Lucy to befriend a boy named Connor. Connor is a mean boy who is creeped out by Sam and calls him a slur. Not long after that, Lucy is given a new book from school to read. She asks Sam for help with a book, but it is too hard for him. She ends up helping him with a few words, after which she suggests they go back to reading Green Eggs and Ham one day. As Sam is sitting at a restaurant trying to find a word in the International House of Pancake quiz to impress Lucy, he is approached by a hard worker. The two have a pleasant conversation as Sam does not see any reason why not to befriended the friendly woman. The incident leads to him being brought into the police station, where a caseworker from the Department of Child and Family Services notices him. She's concerned about his daughter's well-being and suspects that he is not fit to be a parent. Sam has been called to school by Lucy's principal. The woman shows him a drawing made by Lucy, which depicts the girl dwarfing the tiny figure of her father. She informs him that Lucy has been holding herself back in class to be able to maintain the same mental capacity as her father. 7 years of age, this deeply saddened Sam, and later that night, he insists that Lucy read the book in hard English. For him, Lucy refuses, saying that she doesn't want to read anything that her daddy cannot read. Sam tells her that seeing her do well makes him happy. In the end, she reads the book out loud to him. The next Wednesday, the duo decides to go to Bob's Big Boy instead of IHOP. Lucy is thrilled and immediately knows her order, but Sam is persistent that he wants French pancakes with fruit topping on the side, the food he used to order at the other restaurant. When the waitress informs him that they don't serve those pancakes, he gets agitated and starts to yell. Lucy is scared to see him like this. The waitress calms him down by telling him she will check with the chef. Lucy slowly starts getting embarrassed by her father. Sam plans a surprise party for her birthday and calls over her friends, including Connor and his father, while they are waiting for Lucy Margaret. From the Department of Child and Family Services pays them a visit. Sam gets into an argument with Connor, which gets physical. When Connor's father pushes Sam away from his child in a fit of anger, Connor blurts out that Lucy has told all her friends that she is in fact adopted and that Sam is not her real father. Seeing the chaos that ensued and Sam's treatment of Connor, Margaret decides that Lucy is no longer safe with Sam. She takes Lucy into custody and informs Sam that any further discussion must be held with the judge. The judge tells Sam that from now on he will be allowed to meet Lucy 2 times a week for 2 hours only until his case is heard by the court for further review. Sam has a breakdown and starts yelling. He demands to take Lucy home with him, but is ignored and asks to leave. Sam's friends suggest that he get a lawyer for himself and give him an ad from the Yellow Pages. He follows their advice and ends up reaching the office of one Rita Harrison. She is a short-tempered and impatient lady who has a hard time juggling being a good lawyer and a good mom. Sam tells her about Lucy and tries to show her pictures. She refuses to take his case as she knows he cannot afford her fees, but still tells him to leave his number with her assistant as she has a friend who does such cases. Sam requests his boss to give him a promotion and allow him to make coffee. He needs the money to get himself a good lawyer, but his boss is reluctant. Sam tracks down Rita at an office party and asks her if she has contacted her friend, yet Rita brushes him off and tells him she will get back to him if she can. Rita's colleagues ask her who that man is and to look likable. She tells them that he is her pro bono case. Everyone laughs knowing how Rita truly is. Meanwhile, it is finally time for Sam and Lucy's first monitored visit, and Sam is running late. Lucy is sure that her father will show up and refuses to leave without him. An hour and 45 minutes into the 2-hour frame, she sees him running towards her. She gets up to go meet her daddy. They sit together and Sam tells Lucy about Rita. She feels guilty for what she did and says she would never have any other daddy than Sam. He tells her she has nothing to be sorry about and that he will buy an answering machine so she can send him messages. Sam has a letter from the court addressed to his lawyer, so he drops by Rita's office. She tries to ignore him at first, but seeing her colleagues gossip about her, she takes up Sam's case for free to prove them wrong. The letter demands that Sam appears for a court-mandated psych evaluation that same day at 3 p.m. Seeing the lack of time Rita offers to give him a ride in her car, Sam does not care for psychologists much as he has been to way too many as a child. He gets stressed out as the shrink asks him questions about Lucy and ends up being too paranoid to answer properly as Rita prepares for their court appearances. She tries to get witnesses of Sam's character as a father, although his friends are supportive. None of them offer testimonies that would work in front of a judge. She reaches the Starbucks that he works at in rage and demands that he get someone who can vouch for his fatherhood. He decides to ask Annie for help, but as she suffers from acute agoraphobia and doesn't get out of the house, she refuses, saying it would only make things worse for him. The date finally arrives, and all of Sam's friends are at the court to support him. The psychologist states that Sam has confessed to being confused as a parent and to having made some huge mistakes. During his life with Lucy, the Department of Child and Family Services tries to use this against Sam, but Rita steps in and drills the shrink with questions until she cries. Sam, though sad that Rita made her cry, is mostly just thankful that she is helping him. He offers to buy her lunch, but she stops him, telling him he does not need to pretend to be mature. This hurts Sam. He wants his lawyer to believe him and his maturity. During one of their supervised visits, Lucy tells Sam that he is allowed to take her to the park. He takes her, but she refuses to get off the bus. She wants to run away with Sam. He thankfully knows this is wrong and gets the girl back to the foster home. Only problem with it, he only manages to do that at 3 a.m. Lucy's caseworker is furious, but Rita requests her to show some compassion for the man's condition. The next day in court, it is Lucy's turn to testify. The girl, willing to do anything to get her father back, perjures herself. Sam wants her back too, but he also doesn't want for his daughter to have to lie in court. He prays for Lucy every night, and as she sees his desperation, Annie decides to help her out. She overcomes her fear of open spaces and comes to court to give a testimony advocating for Sam's parenting ability. Her statement is somewhat undermined as the counsel asks her about her own father, which makes her emotional, and she starts crying. After court, Sam and Rita drop Annie home and make their way to Rita's house to prepare for the next day there. They found Willie, Rita's son, sitting alone watching movies. Both of his parents work late, and he doesn't have anyone to watch over him during the day. The boy is cold and distant when talking to his mother, and it is obvious that they have a strained relationship. Rita tries to teach teach Sam how to bend the truth to his advantage, but it does not work as he refuses to lie. They practice all night for his testimony and bond over parenting. She lends him one of her husband's suits. For court, Sam's big day arrives. He gets a promotion at work and is now allowed to make coffee. He does his best, but still gets flustered by the sheer number of orders. He messes up the blender settings and ruins his suit, which in turn makes him late for his hearing. The opposing counsel is, of course, ready and eager to use this against him once he gets there. Though Sam answers all the questions properly as he practiced with Rita, he starts talking about his past and how he was institutionalized. His past is a sensitive topic for him. He gets flustered and confesses to not being able to give Lucy everything she deserves, blaming himself for losing custody. While saying goodbye, Lucy and Sam refuse to break apart from each other. The bond between them is too strong, and they cannot live without each other. This causes Lucy to at first be hostile towards her new foster family, but over time, she starts to warm up to them. Sam, meanwhile, has shut himself out completely and fails to attend his scheduled meetings with Lucy. Rita has made numerous attempts to reach him, but all in vain. Exhausted, she kicks his door open only to see him hiding behind a wall of origami bricks. She pleads with him to let her help him. Sam shuts down her efforts, saying he is not perfect like her. This infuriates Rita. She does not have a perfect life. Her husband is cheating on her. Her colleagues do not like her, and her own son hates her. She starts to cry because she feels like the world is falling apart. Sam hugs her to comfort her, and the two end up sharing a vulnerable moment together after his talk with Rita. Sam takes up an extra job to make more money and starts visiting Lucy again. Lucy's foster mother is confused upon seeing him, informing him that his not showing up really hurt the child. Sam apologizes to a very angry Lucy and tries to calm the girl down. He tells her he loves her very much and is scared. During Sam's first evaluation following the tri-file, Rita starts listing all the changes in his life that Sam has made for Lucy, only to be interrupted by Margaret. The social worker informs them that the foster family is pushing for adoption. This revelation completely breaks Sam. Rita suggests giving the guardianship up to the foster family and pushes for joint custody, making Sam feel that she does not have faith in his chances. He is in pain and cries about how badly he needs Lucy back. Seeing him cry, Rita starts to cry too, and in an attempt to ease the situation, cracks a dark joke about her marriage. The two nod in agreement and laugh. Sam tries to make amends and get closer to Lucy. He moves into an apartment just down the street from her foster home, encouraging her to see her daddy more often. One night, Lucy escapes from her bedroom window and walks to Sam's apartment. Delighted as he is to see her, he takes her back home and hands her over to her foster parents. The duo starts hanging out more often, much to the disappointment of Randy, foster mother. The sneaking out late at night becomes a habit for Lucy, something Sam is not a fan of when the family puts up a fence outside her window. The girl tries to sneak out through the main door and is caught by Randy. She offers her a corn cake from IHOP and tells her that she can meet her daddy whenever she wants, but needs to inform Randy first. Lucy's growing closeness to her father has resulted in distance between Randy and her. Rita comes over to Sam's new apartment with Willie to prepare him for the adoption hearing. At court, she lends him yet another suit. Sam is hopeful for the hearing, and Rita is very happy that she took Sam's case. It helped her just as much as it helped him that night, while Sam is asleep. There is a knock on the door. To his surprise, it is Randy with a sleeping Lucy. The woman is crying and hands Lucy over to Sam. She confesses that she could never give Lucy the same kind of love that Sam can give her and promises to be on his side in court. Sam confides in her and tells her that he has always wanted Lucy to have a mother. He wants her to be that mother for her. Randy is touched and accepts his offer without a second thought. Sam finally has full custody of his daughter. It ends with a soccer match of Lucy's, which is attended by Sam, Randy, and her husband, Rita, Willie, and all of Sam's friends.